Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever the case may be for you. I'm Carla the Fobbit, and welcome back or welcome to the channel. Last night, I got to watch the 7 Days 2.0 live dev stream, and I cannot wait to share that information with you. The first thing I want to let you know is yes, they are on schedule to meet the release dates last given to us. So this weekend, Friday through Sunday, will be streamer weekend. Monday will be the experimental release, and June 30th will be the stable release. I will be live streaming at some point on Monday, depending on when they release the game. Now, we will not be covering all of the little details about the 2.0 release in this video. We have already done that on this channel, but what we will be going over are the in-game visuals that the devs shared with us. If you missed the 2.0 update information, there'll be a link in the description, and I'll also throw a thumbnail at the end of this video for you to click on. I do have a spoiler alert for you. I will be showing a few new POIs in this video. If you are one of those people who do not want to see them until you run across them in the wilds of the game, I will give you a warning before we go into it and put a timestamp up on the screen so that you can fast forward. So be ready for that. Also, I apologize for the recording. It was the live stream and not my equipment that made it so jumpy. Now, let's take a look at the trees. As the Fun Pimps quickly go down, you can see that they are in clusters with spaces in between them to make it look a little bit more natural. And then there's some bushes underneath. This is not what I thought it was going to look like, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be thicker foliage under the trees. Zombies were going to be jumping out. This actually does not look overdone, and it looks quite nice. Now let's take a look at biome hazards. The Fun Pimps use the burnt forest to demonstrate this. Their smoke is the hazard. If you look down on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, there is a timer, and that timer lets you know how long you can stay in that biome before whatever hazard it puts out to you starts to affect your HP. Once that timer gets down to 0, then you start to lose hit points and you will become unalive in that biome, and you cannot jump into a vehicle to save yourself. You have to get out of that biome. Now, you know what? I am not sure if going into a home or some kind of shelter will stop that. That's something that we'll have to experiment with when we get into the game. Now, in order to not have to worry about whatever hazard the biome has for you, you have to complete a series of challenges. So you go into your challenges, you click on the biome icon, and there you have the challenges that are specific to the burned biome. Once you complete those, you are going to get a biome badge. Sorry guys, no unique gear. And this is what all of the badges are going to look like. And then once you get that badge, every time you go into the biome, it is going to show up on your character sheet, and you will be immune to that biome's specific hazard. Next up, we're going to cover the dynamic storms. And there's a little bit of a tidbit that we will cover later. Anyway, you can see at the top of the screen, there's a huge storm warning. It says to seek shelter, and it is giving you a 1-minute countdown. So you need to find shelter, and once again, I do not believe that the vehicles are going to help you with this. When your 1 minute of warning is up, you will see one final flash of red. Once the Seek Shelter Now pops up on your screen, you will start to take major hits to your health until you get into a building. Now let's take a quick look at the new perk system that they were talking about. Well, maybe not a complete perk system, but they added some new perks. For example, right here, the Agility Mastery, and you can see that it has 5 skill levels to it. And now I believe all the perks have 5 skill levels, and each tree has some new perks added. This one has Hard Target also. Now here is the General tab, and I must admit that it's not everything that I had hoped it would be, but we're going to take what we can get. I do see that there are some good things in there. The light armor, the medium armor, the heavy armor, Master Chef, living off the land. Those are fantastic to have in there. Next, we have the new zombies, and here is the Plague Spitter. Obviously, it doesn't look like guns affect them very much, but let's see what happens when he pulls out a club, maybe? There we go. Yeah, it looks like clubs are going to be more effective on them. Next up is the Frost Claw, and dude throws boulders at you. I don't think there's anything else we need to say about this guy. So here we have the new charge zombies. They remind me a little bit of our Prep-ocalypse series, but ours had a little bit more spark to them, I believe. And then finally on this new zombie list is going to be the Infernal Zombies. And those guys are not going to let a wooden door stand in their way. This is the part of the update that's the scariest to me and probably going to cause the most change. The 1 block, 1 millimeter space zombie spawn. Look at those guys. They no longer need 2 blocks high in order to spawn. Now, as we enter Shamway Foods, they're coming in here to show us something different, but I want you to notice that zombie back there, they were roaming around. And I realize that Latham is firing a weapon in here, but those zombies were wandering before we got up to them. So now, instead of all the zombies in the POI being asleep, some of them are going to be roaming, and it looks like most of them are going to be roaming. So that sneak skill that everybody loves so much, it looks like it's taking another hit in this update. And right here, that's what's going to make our horde bases more challenging. Did you see Bubba just duck down and crawl right underneath that 1 block high space? All right, guys, we are getting ready to start taking a look at the new POIs, so please fast forward if you don't want to see this. This is Coria Rock Works. This is actually a mining quarry in the game. Look at the detail they put in. Wow. Fantastic. Look at this. Now, they go a little bit deeper, but we're going to stop this right here so that we don't give too much of it away. But real quick before we go, here is an aerial view of the quarry. Here is hybrid mining. And in just a moment, there we go. They're going to go up in the air so you can see the detail that they have put into this. This is amazing, guys. I love new POIs. And these are wilderness POIs, tier 5. This is Corkscrew Caverns. This is one of the caves that they added to the game. Look at that. Isn't it awesome? Carl's Good Caverns here. I'm just showing you tidbits of each one of them, not really showing you where they went down into them. I want you to be able to explore all on your own. And the final cave, the Breather's Pocket. And I think we go a little bit deeper in here. Like I said, they go a little bit further into the POIs, but I don't want to give away anything. And this is Cinderwell Residence. It is a new remnant in the Burnt Forest Wilderness. And last, but certainly not least, the Atomic Burger. This is the Fun Pimps nod to Fallout. Next on the list is something that I did not remember reading about if I read about it, or maybe it wasn't even posted on the updates. I haven't read through them again. But look at this. He is holding a can, everybody. I am so excited to see this. Look, we're not eating leather. We are not eating leather. There's a real jar in the hand. There is a real, okay, we're drinking through the lid, but you know, whatever. Meat stew, guys, meat stew. Now, the spaghetti, I think that looks more like beef tips and mashed potatoes, and they forgot to put them in the fridge. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, medicine bottles? And you take the meds out. Oh, no. All right, so the next thing, we are going to talk about the cosmetics, which are not exactly what I thought they were going to be. There's no jeans and cowboy hats for me, but we'll take what we can get. So what it basically is just the armor that's already in the game. You have to find it, buy it, make it, whatever, and then scrap it. And once you scrap it, then you'll have the option of using it almost like a WoW transmog, I guess. It'll be in your inventory and you can put it on. So you can be wearing the ugly I Am Groot suit, but look like a biker. So, I mean, still pretty cool. Also, look, you can hide your stinking helmet. Now for a trip to our favorite trader, Wrecked. so that we can pick up a quest and take a look at one of these quest markers. I say we, I mean they, the Fun Pimps. Check that out. It's a digging quest, so it is a digging flag. All right, that's pretty cool. I can't wait to see some of the others. They only showed this one this time. And now for the last visual piece, Rex's best friend, Grace. Check her out. She got a complete makeover. Isn't she gorgeous, everybody? I think she's absolutely gorgeous. So, on an end note, we'll go over a few more things that the Fun Pimps kind of filled us in on. Starting off with dedicated servers with cross-platform playability. It is what they called a cautious go, meaning they said that they did not fail the certification. So I guess that means they didn't get a fail. Maybe they haven't gotten notification specifically that they passed, but they didn't fail. So I guess, hopefully we're going to have cross-platform. I did see this little tidbit at the beginning of the game when they were setting up the map. Now also they added in-game Discord voice chat. So you can log in and link up your own Discord account, or an anonymous account through the game can be used. And this feature will also work cross-platform. And this I did not expect, because they had been saying no for so long. They did add on DLSS compatibility with this update. Now, future possibilities for the game, they are pretty definite that more weapons are coming. So that's really good, because with these bigger and badder zombies, I think we need some bigger and badder weapons. The other thing that they touched on but didn't give us anything solid on was Steam Workshop. So basically, it seems like they're still talking about it, but I don't think that they've made any hardcore plans. So that's all that I've got for you. I hope you got a little bit of information out of this, and I will see y'all next time. Thanks for stopping by.